Hello everybody, this is going to be a video test of my new Sony TX10, which is my new primary camera. Now I know those of you that watch my videos regularly, this is probably getting pretty redundant, but I'm going to have to say it again for people who may have just stumbled on this video. This is my former camera, the Sony TX9. The Sony TX9 is not the direct predecessor to this camera because the TX10 is actually the successor to the TX5, which is Sony's last waterproof camera, but it was still manufactured right after this TX9, and I'm going to show you the improvements that have been made since the TX9 was manufactured. Now, although this camera is noticeably slower when browsing through, like for instance, there's about a 2 or 3 second delay starting a video, there's definitely some improvements over the TX9 here. But first of all, to show off the video capabilities, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a tour of my room. Unfortunately, I can't do my traditional test video downstairs in my house because we have people over. So anyway, we'll start off by looking at one of the computers in my room. This is my my HP desktop. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is probably from sometime around mid-2009. It's a pretty nice computer. I don't really have too much to show. I'm just kind of trying to find things to look at. Here is my iPod Touch, which I normally have hooked in, not to these earbuds, but to this cable here that I play over my stereo in the back. By the way, this is a mess because I just did a unboxing video here. I'm not normally this much of a slob. And here's my primary computer here. It's a MacBook Pro hooked up to a 23-inch external display. I do this when I'm at home. And here's another camera of mine, which is the Sony H20. Pretty good camera for stills, but for videos, autofocusing will kill you. Well, let's see, what else can I show here? This may seem just like a blank wall, but it's actually part of my personal media center. Yes, that's right. I actually have an office projector instead of a TV. This projector dates back to the early 2000s at some point. I'm not the best at remembering exactly when stuff of mine is from. And here you can see I have an amplifier deck from sometime in the early 70s, I believe somewhere around 1971, hooked up to my 2 external speakers back there. I've got, the main reason I had this VCR slash DVD, no, my VCR slash DVD player is in the other room now. This is actually a DVD recorder. It functions about the same way though. I mainly use it just to run inputs into the projector instead of having to swap the cables out there and messing up the alignment all the time. I got my DirecTV box over there. Not the world's best setup, but it definitely works. And I got my computer here for my Netflix subscription. It's an older Dell from around 04-05. There's my window air conditioner unit. We'll get a look out of my window. It's a little bit dirty, but... a little bit dirty, it's kind of an understatement. Nice spring weather out there, I love it. Here's my clock stand. And, well, that's about enough of just looking around with the camera. I'll post a more detailed outside test video at some later date. Now I'm going to show some comparisons to other cameras. Alright, now here's that Sony TX9 I was talking about that got run over by a car. Now, although the screen got basically completely smashed in, it still does take videos and photos, believe it or not. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to demonstrate one of the best improvements on this new addition to Sony's T-Series line. Now, if you look at the picture-in-picture, that is the TX9's video. And now look at that doorway. See how that's warped? That is a fishbowl effect. Mainly, honestly, I'm really not quite sure why Sony struggled with this fishbowl problem for so long. But one thing that Sony's T-Series cameras have really been blessed with is an extremely wide-angle view. Now, before, this came at the price of that fishbowl. You see that warping in the doorway. You really notice it with straight lines. But no more. I don't really know what Sony did, but I would guess some sort of software correction. Who knows, they might have redesigned the lens or something. But anyway, it's gone, and that's all I care about. It's great not having it anymore. Alright, I've got my old Sony H20 with me now, and this pretty much represents about the standard viewing angle of most cameras. Now, you can see this is zoomed out all the way, as is this camera. But if we look at the doorway with both of them, look how much more you can see on the TX10's video. It's amazing how much having it be this wide angle helps out. It's very, very convenient. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn around and get you another view, and again, just marvel here at how much more you can see. Look at that. This is absolutely amazing. And that's what I'm talking about the bad autofocusing on the H20. It's terrible. something else that they've fixed. Focus. There we go. So you can see quite a bit more now, can't you? And last but not least, the inevitable. The prospect of sticking a brand new camera in the water just scares me to death, but this is a waterproof camera, so I don't know why this makes me so nervous, but I'm going to stick my camera in the sink. Here we go. And it still works, but it feels heavier. That's not a good sign. Man, that's creepy. Well, thank you for watching, that's all.